Congressman Ryan, what was your reaction to hearing about those Trump tourists yesterday?
Appalling, Lawrence. When you think of over 100 police officers were injured, were getting beat upside the head with lead pipes, trampled on, sprayed with pepper spray, and for them to just dismiss it, for the congressman from Georgia to just dismiss it, I think is absolutely appalling. They can continue to make the argument to the American people that they're completely disconnected from reality. Look at the video you're showing now. And they're saying that it was just a normal day on Capitol Hill. How much more disconnected can you be from reality? And I think, we may have to wait for 18 months for the next election, but the vast majority of Americans look at what we're seeing right now, and they think it's an insurrection that tried to overturn the peaceful transition of power. And they can say all they want, and it may play well in a Republican primary, but it's not going to play in the larger swath of the American electorate.
One of the things I asked President Biden about yesterday was, how can you be in serious negotiations with someone like Kevin McCarthy, whose word doesn't mean anything? He gave Liz Cheney his word that he supported her weeks ago, and he did support her. But that only lasted for a few weeks before he completely changed sides. And as you watch these House Republicans try to get more distance on January 6th in the hope that people will forget what it is, they don't even seem to understand that we have videotape. We still have the videotape of all of it.
Yeah, no question. And, you give the president credit, the patience of Job. He's out there reaching out his hand. And I think it's important, Lawrence, that he does that in spite of the incivility, in spite of the irresponsibility, that he reaches out and the American people say, look at this gentleman, look at this decent guy, really trying to heal the country. And these guys, in many instances, are acting like imbeciles, denying what is happening in front of our very eyes. You're going to believe me or your lying eyes? And the president reaches out. He's going to pull up just like we did during the rescue package. I mean, if they're not going to be serious brokers and be honest brokers, we'll pull up and we'll go do the transportation bill and the infrastructure bill without them. But I think it's important the American people continue to see what decency looks like, what someone who's really trying to reach across the aisle looks like. And that's why he's at a 63% approval rating right now. And Donald Trump and the Republican Party is becoming a smaller and smaller constituency.
And as the president continues this public outreach to Republicans in Congress, other Republicans in Congress are saying things like they were tourists. They looked like tourists on January 6th. So if no deal comes in the end, no kind of bipartisan deal comes, it will mean that the president couldn't get a deal with a party that sounds increasingly crazy. Yeah,
and that's exactly it. But he still tried. I mean, you really want to be in a position where I think most Americans are going to say, okay, like he's tried and you guys are talking craziness. You're in la-la land here. Some of the things you're saying, you got members of Congress screaming at other members of Congress. My wife's a first grade teacher, Lawrence. I mean, this is not how we're teaching our kids. This is not how we're raising our children. And we have members of Congress scream, not on the House floor where, you're getting into it and you're allowed to have, you got a opportunity there to show some emotion. We're talking about chasing a member of Congress out of the chamber, screaming and yelling. This is just, they're in la-la land, Lawrence. I don't know how else to say it. And they're isolating themselves from the vast majority of the American people. President Biden is reaching out. Democrats are reaching out. They don't want anything to do with it. And we're going to move on and rebuild this country without them because we got some big issues that we're trying to deal with. And they're talking craziness that everyone can watch the video and see what actually happened. We were all watching this in real time, not just Americans around the world. And this gentleman from Georgia saying it was just another tourist activity on Capitol Hill.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.